Hello. Good day, everyone. This is Tevz. Welcome back to this channel. The next repair is a JVC component system, model MX-J787V. No output audio. I show you how to fix it. If you are interested in electronics and want to learn how to repair TVs and other electronic gadgets, you came to the right channel. So be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a video like this. So, let's get started.
A few moments later.
The most common causes of no audio are usually the power amplifier. So I already disassembled the component and removed the power amplifier. If we take a closer look at the pins of this power amplifier, the solder joints have been cracked or have a cold solder to the solder joints. That is the reason for having no audio of this component. Also, the surround amplifier has cold solder-rich joints, so let's resolder the solder joints of the power amplifiers. Just add a little amount of soldering lead to reflow the solder joints.
The soldering iron is 60 watts, and the temperature is just right to melt the soldering lead. No flux needed for this procedure.
The power amplifier is STK411210E. I could not tell the exact wattage.
The data sheet was written in Japanese characters. I guess this is the wattage. 120 watts per channel.
The reflows of the solder joints look good enough for me.
Let's remove the surround amplifier and also reflow the solder joints. The surround amplifier is TDA7295. According to the datasheet, the wattage is 45 to 80 watts for other test conditions.
The contact joints crack due to the heat. This is a simple issue, but sometimes the lost contact of the pins could damage the power amplifier.
Mini components like this were very popular during the 90s and early 2000s. DVD is still not yet available, only audio CD, VCD. When MP3 and the internet arrived, this device was no longer usable in some cases. People are now using Bluetooth speakers. Bluetooth speakers are good, but the mini component is much better, in my opinion. The resoldering of the solder joint looks perfect.
All amplifiers and other components that attach to the heatsink also need to have their solder joints resoldered because of the heat generated by the power amplifier. They may also crack or become cold solder joints.
So let's also resolder this module.
This module is a power regulator.
It also generates heat. As I say, they also get solder joints cracked because of the heat. Let's resolder to reflow the solder joints.
This regulator supplies a steady voltage to the CD driver circuit, the AM/FM tuner circuit, and other circuits that need a regulated power voltage. Make sure the terminals don't cross contact. If you miss one of the terminal cross contacts, it will cause a big damage to the component. The reflows of the solder joints look good enough for me. Before placing back the power regulators and the power amplifiers, let's first replace the thermal paste. Use rags to wipe out the old thermal paste. It is important to replace the thermal compound to prevent from overheating. Let's apply a fresh thermal paste. No need to apply the compound evenly. The compound spreads out when the screw tightens. Thermal paste is used to eliminate microscopic air gaps. It maximizes heat transfer by replacing insulating air, preventing system overheating. Next, the main power amplifier. Let's wipe the old thermal paste. The surround amplifier has a mica insulator because this material is a negative supply. It does not need to contact to ground. Let's wipe out the old heat compound of the STK411-240E. Make sure the heatsink compound spreads evenly for the STK411-240E. It's important to apply the compound evenly because this IC is very hot. It needs to spread the thermal paste manually to ensure all surfaces have thermal compound. Let's add more thermal paste.
The heatsink compound spreads out if the screw tightens. As you can see, the heat compound spreads out. Last but not least, the surround amplifiers. Let's apply a fresh heatsink compound to the surround amplifiers.
This amplifier is not only for surround audio, but it is also for the center audio. The amplifiers and regulator now have a new thermal compound. Before assembling the component, let's remove some of the dust. That's enough of the cleaning. I don't want the dust to get into the optical lens of the CD player.
Sometimes cleaning it worsens the problem. The components get loose and the dust goes into the optical lens of the CD player. Let's now assemble the component.
You should hear a click when connecting those connectors. But sometimes don't. But I'm sure they are properly connected without the click.
We have an audio now.
Let's try the CD player. The CD player can't read the disc. Let's try to clean the optical lens with a tissue. It looks like it's been a long time since the disc player has been used. As you can see, the dust is very thick. The dust is already stick to the lens. I think this is not going to work anymore with this situation.
Still can't read the disc. The total time and the total track of the CD should be displayed. The customer doesn't want to repair the CD or the tape player anyway. Only the auxiliary input and the FM tuner he wants to get working.
A few moments later.
The mini component audio is now working great. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed and learned something from this video. You can support this channel by liking and subscribing. Click the notification bell to stay updated. Once again, this is Tevz. See you again next time. Bye for now.